Observe actions, not words. Many people believe that words define a person. Compliments, promises, and declarations can make someone seem kind, responsible, or trustworthy at first glance. But words are easy. They require little effort, commitment, or risk. Anyone can say something that sounds good, polite, or admirable, but true character is not built on what is said. It is built on what is done consistently, especially when no one is watching. Actions are the truest mirror of a person's inner self. They reflect values, priorities, and integrity in a way words cannot. Someone may speak of honesty, but if they consistently lie to avoid consequences, their words mean nothing. Similarly, a person might proclaim generosity, but if they rarely help others or only do so when recognition is guaranteed, their character is revealed as conditional, not authentic. Words can persuade, charm, or manipulate, but actions leave a permanent trace of who someone truly is. Consistency over time is key. A single good deed or a kind word may create a temporary impression, but true character shows itself through repeated behavior. How someone acts day in and day out, in ordinary situations and routine interactions, demonstrates whether they truly embody the values they claim to uphold. For example, someone who consistently treats others with respect, even in small and seemingly insignificant moments, is showing the integrity and empathy that define strong character. On the other hand, those whose behavior shifts depending on convenience, social pressure, or personal gain reveal a lack of genuine moral grounding. It's also important to observe actions when no one is looking. Many people perform acts of kindness, honesty, or responsibility only when there is an audience, when recognition is guaranteed, or when it serves their reputation. But true character emerges in private moments, in choices that are made quietly, without expectation of reward or praise. Someone who returns a lost wallet, helps a stranger in need, or fulfills responsibilities even when unnoticed, demonstrates a level of authenticity that mere words can never achieve. Additionally, observing actions allows us to understand the alignment between words and behavior. A person whose actions consistently match their words is likely to be trustworthy and reliable. Conversely, frequent contradictions between what someone says and what they do are warning signs of deception, self-interest, or inconsistency. True character is revealed not in grand declarations, but in small, consistent decisions made over time. In summary, words can be convincing, but actions are undeniable. To recognize someone's true character, focus less on what they say and more on what they consistently do, especially when no one is watching. Actions reveal values, priorities, and authenticity in ways that words never can. Observing behavior, not speech, allows you to discern the people in your life who are genuinely trustworthy, kind, and principled. Notice how they treat others. One of the clearest ways to understand a person's true character is by observing how they treat those who cannot offer them any direct benefit. It's easy to be polite, generous, or respectful toward people who can help us, our friends, colleagues, or anyone in a position to influence our lives. However, true character is revealed in how someone behaves toward those from whom they have nothing to gain: service staff, strangers, or even people in vulnerable positions. A person who treats everyone with respect, regardless of social status or potential personal gain, demonstrates genuine empathy and integrity. For instance, someone who speaks kindly to a waiter, waits patiently in line without complaining, or offers help to a stranger in need, shows that their actions are guided by internal principles, not by ego, convenience, or the desire for recognition. These small, everyday interactions reflect the core of who they are as a person. On the other hand, individuals who act dismissively, rudely, or condescendingly toward people they consider beneath them reveal a lack of empathy and moral grounding. This behavior often highlights selfishness, arrogance, or a desire for control, rather than a reflection of genuine character. How someone treats others when there is nothing to gain shows whether their values are authentic or performative. Empathy, kindness, and respect for others are not measured in grand gestures alone. They are demonstrated consistently in ordinary moments. Holding doors open, offering a genuine smile, speaking patiently, or listening attentively to someone who cannot repay the favor may seem insignificant, but these actions speak volumes about a person's moral compass. People who consistently practice these behaviors internalize compassion and integrity as part of who they are, rather than simply as social performance. By paying attention to how someone interacts with those around them, particularly those they cannot exploit or impress, you gain insight into their true character. Actions toward the powerless, the overlooked, and the ordinary reveal sincerity, humility, and respect, qualities that define trustworthy and noble individuals. Conversely, disregard or mistreatment in these interactions signals a character that may be self-centered, manipulative, or lacking in genuine empathy. In short, observing how people treat others, especially those from whom they can gain nothing, offers one of the most accurate reflections of their values, priorities, and authentic self. It is a powerful tool for understanding who someone truly is beyond the mask of words or appearances. Watch their reactions under pressure. One of the most revealing ways to understand a person's true character is by observing how they respond to stress and adversity. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. It is easy to appear composed, generous, or patient when everything is going smoothly, but true character shines or falters under pressure. How someone reacts in difficult situations exposes their values, resilience, and emotional maturity in ways that words alone never can. Calm and composed responses in moments of stress indicate integrity and self-control. Individuals who remain measured, thoughtful, and solution-focused demonstrate an inner strength that allows them to handle challenges without compromising their principles. They do not lash out at others, shift blame, or make excuses. Instead, they confront difficulties with honesty, accountability, and reason. Their reactions show that their character is not dependent on comfort or convenience, but is consistent even when tested. Conversely, people who react to pressure with anger, blame shifting, or aggression reveal vulnerabilities and hidden flaws in their character. Yelling, criticizing, or punishing others when things go wrong indicates a lack of self-discipline and a tendency to protect ego over seeking constructive solutions. Stress exposes whether someone prioritizes integrity or self-interest, patience or impulsivity. Adversity also highlights empathy and fairness. Those who remain considerate of others' feelings even when under pressure demonstrate emotional intelligence and moral grounding. On the other hand, those who disregard others' needs or act selfishly during challenging times reveal a limited capacity for understanding and compassion. In short, stress is a character test. By observing how someone behaves in tough situations, you can see who they truly are. Calm, accountable, and composed responses reveal strength and integrity, while impulsive, aggressive, or blame-focused reactions expose weaknesses and hidden flaws. True character is forged not in comfort, but in the pressure of life's challenges. Look for accountability and humility. One of the most important indicators of true character is how a person handles mistakes and failures. People of strong character do not shy away from admitting when they are wrong. They take responsibility for their actions, learn from their experiences, and use setbacks as opportunities for growth. Accountability is a hallmark of integrity. It shows that a person values honesty and self-awareness over ego or appearances. Humility goes hand in hand with accountability. Those who are humble understand that no one is perfect and that everyone has room to improve. They do not see mistakes as threats to their identity or worth. Instead, they treat them as natural parts of life and learning. Humility allows people to accept feedback, acknowledge limitations, and strive to become better versions of themselves. When someone demonstrates humility consistently, it reflects a deep sense of self-confidence and inner security. In contrast, ego-driven individuals often deflect blame, make excuses, or rationalize their failures to protect their self-image. They may criticize others, shift responsibility, or ignore their mistakes entirely. Such behavior reveals a lack of self-awareness and a fragile character. Instead of learning from failure, they repeat the same patterns, damaging relationships, trust, and opportunities for personal growth. Accountability and humility also influence how someone treats others. A person who owns up to mistakes can repair harm, rebuild trust, and foster respect in relationships. Conversely, someone who avoids responsibility often leaves chaos or resentment behind, showing that their priorities are self-interest and image rather than integrity or compassion. In essence, the ability to admit faults, take responsibility, and learn from experiences is a defining trait of strong character. Ego-driven excuses and blame-shifting are warning signs of weakness. Observing how a person handles failure and accountability allows you to see whether their character is built on honesty, growth in humility, or on pride, defensiveness, and self-preservation. Evaluate consistency across situations. True character is not situational. It remains steady regardless of context, circumstances, or the people involved. A person of integrity behaves the same way with friends, family, colleagues, and strangers. Their principles and values do not shift depending on who is watching or what they hope to gain. Consistency in behavior is one of the clearest indicators of authenticity and reliability. People who show consistent actions and attitudes demonstrate that their values are deeply internalized. They do not adapt their morality or kindness to serve personal interests, social status, or convenience. For example, someone who treats a close friend with honesty and respect but deceives colleagues when it benefits them lacks true character. Similarly, a person who behaves generously in public but selfishly in private is revealing a gap between appearance and reality. True character shines when there is alignment between words, actions, and intentions across all areas of life. Frequent contradictions between what someone says and what they do are a major warning sign. If a person promises one thing but acts differently, or praises certain values yet fails to uphold them, it suggests inconsistency and potential deceit. Over time, these contradictions can erode trust, create confusion, and reveal hidden aspects of personality that words alone would never disclose. Observing consistency also helps identify people you can rely on. Those who act ethically, thoughtfully, and compassionately in all situations demonstrate stability of character. They are predictable in a positive way, not because they are rigid, but because their principles guide them consistently. Conversely, erratic or inconsistent behavior often indicates self-interest, lack of discipline, or superficiality. In short, evaluating consistency across situations allows you to distinguish between genuine character and performance. True character is steady, principled, and dependable, while contradictions between words and actions are a clear sign that what you see may not be what you get. Observing this consistency, or lack thereof, provides a reliable measure of a person's integrity and authenticity.